Jurors could reach a verdict as early as tomorrow in the Jack Strain sex crimes trial. The former St. Tammany Parish sheriff faces a potentially mandatory life sentence if he's found guilty. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Devin Bartolotta. Erica Ferrando has been in the courtroom in Covington since this trial began. She'll be there again tomorrow and tells us what we can expect.
Prosecutors and Jack Strain's defense attorneys have one more shot to convince jurors whether Jack Strain is guilty or innocent of 8 counts of sex crimes. Closing arguments begin Monday morning, and then jurors will begin deliberation.
I think closing arguments are often overrated. These jurors have been listening to the evidence for day after day after day. They already have in their own minds an idea of how they're going to vote.
The jury has heard 2 weeks worth of testimony from just under 30 witnesses, including 5 male accusers who claim Jack Strain raped or molested them. 3 alleged victims are Strain's family members. Defense did not call anyone to the stand, including Strain himself. Loyola professor of law Dane Cialino shared his thoughts with us.
The principal thing that surprised me is that Mr. Strain chose not to take the stand. Now, of course, he's got a Fifth Amendment privilege not to testify. That can't be used against him by the jurors. But in this case, the allegations against Mr. Strain are so serious, so heinous, that in my view, it's going to be very difficult for him to win this case without taking the stand, looking the jurors in the eyes, and telling them that he didn't do this.
Strain faces 4 counts of aggravated rape, 2 counts of aggravated incest, 1 count of indecent behavior with a juvenile, and 1 count of sexual battery. All 12 jurors have to agree on a verdict.
If one juror holds out, then the jury is going to be hung.
Strain's attorneys filed a motion Friday arguing Strain would have been a juvenile at the time of 2 of the alleged aggravated rape offenses. Ad hoc Judge Bruce Simpson said that issue would have to be raised on appeal.
Well, if Mr. Strain is convicted, it's an absolute certainty that he's going to appeal. He's got some legal issues to work with. If the state loses, it's over. And they've got one shot.
The aggravated rape charges carry the most weight. If Strain is found guilty of even 1, he faces a mandatory life sentence. In Covington, Erica Ferrando, Eyewitness News.
Closing arguments begin at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Jurors could reach a verdict as early as tomorrow afternoon.